Hi guys, today I want to speak about the Nikon 16 to 85 millimeter lens. This lens here. This is a general purpose lens. The idea behind it that you have one lens and wants to use it for most kind of photography and you can imagine. And obviously it's not working that you do everything with it, but even you can do. You have only just this lens and no other, and try to do everything with this one lens. This is the idea of the general photography lens, or the other idea is to use as many purposes as possible, like the majority of your photography to do with the one lens. This lens has three switches. The first is switching between manual and autofocusing. The second switch is vibration reduction on and off, and the third is the switch of the stabilizer between active mode and the other is the normal mode. And the active mode is good for a boat or other situation which requires more stability. One can be, for example, video recording. The lens has a hood. Looks like this without the hood. This is a small lens, not overly heavy, but not the smallest, like a 35mm prime lens or something like this. One thing I recommend for this lens is a polarizer. I use a BW polarizer on this lens, which is very useful in landscapes. Makes the picture better, and you can able to isolate. You can remove reflections from water surfaces. The lens is very well equipped. It has a stabilizer, which is a very effective one. You can make sharp pictures, such low shutter speeds of 1/4 or 1/10 seconds. The lens extends when zooming. The 85mm setting is like this. The smallest setting is 16mm, like this. Is the smallest setting. So why is this lens unique? This lens is unique because it is very sharp, wide open at the whole zoom range, which means 3.5 at wide setting and 5.6 and long setting. One extra stop at the long setting makes even better sharpness, but even at f5.6 is very usable for portraits and photographing cats or dogs. This lens is a very good quality lens, but there are lenses which are better. The prime lenses can be better, or lenses with less range. Usually the 17 to 50mm lenses are better. And but this lens is very versatile. You can use it for many things. The 85mm setting is very usable, and also the 16mm is a little bit wider than most kit lenses you can have. So I use this lens quite a while now, and I'm very happy with it. For example, the Tamron 17 to 50mm is a little bit sharper, but the difference is not huge. and this lens has much more range. The only really downside of this lens is this 5.6 aperture and the long end. It's a little bit dark inside the room at 85mm setting, but otherwise I very highly recommend this lens. You can boost a little bit in post-processing the sharpness or the contrast if you like, but even as it is that is perfectly usable. And you can attach this lens to your camera, and you can go and make many nice photos. The autofocus speed is very good, very quickly can focus and very precisely work. So it's quite a good lens. But if it's out of your budget, the other option is the 18 to 105mm lens, which according to my perception is not as good at the wide end, which is the most usable, but still a very good lens for a much lower price point. There is a newer 18 to 140mm lens, which is also I think is very similar, but perhaps this lens is a little bit better. So if you want to see more samples or want to read more about specifications and how to use this lens, you can check my website at oldshutterhand.com. Thanks for watching.